How we doing? How we doing? This is Destination Denver, Colorado, and today we're talking about one of my favorite suburbs in all of Denver, Golden, Colorado, the original capital of Colorado, and we're talking about it starting right now. All right, this is Destination Denver, Colorado. I am your host, Jimmy Everts, and listen, if you're interested in learning all the ins and outs, pros and cons to moving to or around Denver, Colorado, then this is the channel for you. So the subscribe button and notification icon you see, make sure you click on that as I'm dropping new videos for you each and every week. And as much as I pretend to be educational here on camera, I'm also a licensed mortgage broker covering the entire state of Colorado and team with some of Denver's most talented realtors. And we're helping people move here each and every day. So the number and email you see on your screen, know that I am always the person answering your phone calls, answering your texts, answering your emails, there when and if you need me. Now that we're done with that fun-filled stuff, let's get to what we're here for, and that is diving into what it's like living in Golden, Colorado. So Golden is located west of Denver, roughly 20 to say 30 minutes if you get caught in some serious traffic, and that's usually not the case going in that direction. And that is heading up either 6th Avenue or I-70. Those are your two fastest access points if you're going from Denver out to Golden. Now, Golden itself was founded in 1859. Initially, the gold rush brought a lot of people to Colorado. Golden was a huge hit for that because Clear Creek Canyon, which runs into Golden, was big for gold at the time. So, you didn't know you were going to get a little history lesson today. But from 1862 to 1867, Golden was called Golden City, and it was actually the capital of Colorado. Then in 1867, local officials start to realize how much action is happening in Denver. I point to Denver off camera as though you can see where I'm pointing, and they move the capital to Denver, and Golden moves on. They drop the city. It is Golden moving forward. So the town itself has a population of roughly 20,000 people. And as you'll see, and as we're going to talk about, Golden has two kind of different elements to talk about. It has a downtown area and a lot of community built around that, including different businesses, including Coors Brewery, which we'll talk about. And then it has developments as you move farther west and northwest. So we're going to take this in sections as we go. So first, to really dive into Golden itself, let's talk about that downtown area. So downtown Golden, mainly along Washington Avenue, which is one of the most beautiful, walkable, just fun experiences you'll ever have, really welcomes you, one, to the town, and especially if you are visiting Colorado for the first time, or you're visiting that area of Denver for the first time, or Colorado, I should say, for the first time. When you see the arch, the Welcome to Golden Arch, which they erected in 1949, you can check me on that date, but I'm pretty sure I'm accurate. Once you see that arch as you come down the hill into Golden, you see the mountains in the background, you feel like you're in the Old West. You feel like you are in a mountain town. And yet, this is something that makes Golden so popular, you're, again, as I mentioned, no more than 20 to, again, 30 minutes from downtown Denver. So you can get to Denver for all the things you want, but you're in your mountain town. And along Washington Avenue, you have a ton of restaurants, cafes, little boutique shops owned by locals. You've got several breweries to choose from. They've got this, we call it an alley. It's one street off of Washington Avenue. They call it Miners Alley. You have a couple of saloons, a couple bars, as we call in the Old West. You've got kind of a gin mill there. So a lot of really cool places to look, to experience right there along Washington Avenue. On top of that, downtown Golden is also home to the Colorado School of Mines, which is one of the most prestigious engineering schools in the entire country. It's also home to the Coors Brewery, which is very noticeable. And the Coors Brewery is the single largest single brewery in the entire world. That complex is larger than any other in the entire world. So when we talk about living in the heart of Golden, you're going to find a lot of townhomes, apartments, condos. You're going to find a lot of people that are either purchasing those or obviously renting. Now, this is the part where people start to panic because Golden admittedly is not one of the more affordable places in Denver. Let's get that out of the way right now. People tend to pay a premium to live in Golden. So when we're talking about townhomes, we're talking about condos, as of the making of this video, the median list price for condos, specifically condos in Golden, was sitting at roughly $615,000. The median rent for a condo or apartment in Golden was sitting a little over $2,300, again, as of the making of this video, which is right in the middle of June for sake of conversation. Now, what drives a lot of people to live in Golden? Obviously, you have plenty of people who are going to School of Mines. You have plenty of people who are working at Coors. And then the amenities we talk about. We talk about these breweries, places like New Terrain Brewing. I know you have Coors right there, but you have New Terrain Brewing. You've got the Golden Mill, which is a really cool place where they've got different eateries inside the bar. And then you get basically a playing card, and you go around flashing your playing card against a screen and filling your filling your glass, I should say, with whatever beer or wine you want to drink. So they have all these amenities. It's an extremely popular place for people wanting to live in a town that has things going on without being too overwhelmed. And in downtown Golden, it's also a great spot. Summertime, I'm kind of bouncing around here, but in the summertime, we talked about Clear Creek Canyon. And Clear Creek Canyon runs all the way down into Golden. And one of the funnest things to do, I've done it many times myself, is to take your buddies, grab an inner tube, and you go up the canyon, jump on your inner tube, and you float down. So repeatedly, especially on beautiful sunny days in the summertime out here in Golden, you'll see people piling out, carrying their inner tubes, heading up the canyon, so they can float down. And there are a few things quite as spectacular as drinking a nice ice cold beer while you flow down Clear Creek Canyon. Clear Creek Canyon also runs into Coors, so whenever you drink a Coors, just know you're drinking water I floated down in an inner tube. Now, as you get farther outside of Golden, there are a ton of developments. There's a ton of new construction. It's one of the few spots, honestly, west of Denver where you're going to find communities with new construction. Now, again, I will preface, Golden comes with a premium. And if I said you were going to panic over condos and apartments, this is where you're really going to panic. So the list price, at least some of you are going to panic. So the list price, median list price as of the making of this videos for detached homes in Golden sat at $1.215 million. That could be a lot for some of you. It could be a little for some of you, but that is the number. I would say this. There are a limited amount of listings in Golden right now, and Golden hits some pretty high price points. So am I telling you that you have to spend $1.2 million if you want to buy a detached home in Golden? I am not. I'm just presenting the facts of the median list price. The median rental price for a detached home in Golden was sitting at roughly $4,000. So again, are there places to rent for less than that, or are there places to buy for less than that? Yes, there are, but those are just the median numbers. Now you will see, and if you've watched my video on Arvada, I would kind of compare these two areas for this. So when you start to get outside of Golden, that drive can be extended. So when I say that you can get from Denver to Golden in 30 minutes, there are parts of Golden that are going to take you 40 to 45 minutes, potentially plus depending on traffic. And that's really as you start working west and northwest of Golden. You're going to get into roads that are one lane in, one lane out. Those have been extended, so most of them are 2 lanes going in and out. But you really do start to get extended out there. You also have a difference in neighborhoods that I have noticed. You've got some really great detached home communities where there's great yards, there's great views, sizable houses, different mixes where they don't all look exactly the same. And then you've got some really dense cookie cutter looking homes where, I mean, again, everything looks the same. You feel like you can touch your neighbor's house, or you truly can. So there's going to be a variety of types of places that you're going to see there. And because of that, I think that really dives into what type of lifestyle, if you're moving to Golden or you're looking at Golden, what type of lifestyle do you want? Because the difference between living in town and being pretty close or within driving distance of these amenities, and there are detached homes in Golden, in the town near downtown. But if you're looking for that type of lifestyle where you are close to town, you're close to the restaurants and shops, or if you prefer truly being out in the distance where you're gonna have to make a drive 10, 15, 20 minutes to get to town. From a lifestyle standpoint, Golden is going to be huge for hikers, bikers, kayakers, mountain climbers we've talked about, certainly inner tubers, a lot of outdoor activities to do. You're also very close to Lookout Mountain. Parts of Lookout Mountain are still considered golden, and that is a great viewpoint. So getting up to Lookout Mountain, where you can see the entire city, you can see the mountain ranges, it's really a great place to live, to check out. Not live maybe, but check out. And randomly, if you're familiar with Buffalo Bill, and not the one from Silence of the Lambs, but Buffalo Bill lived in Golden, died there, and is buried in Lookout Mountain. Or on Lookout Mountain. He says he's buried in Lookout Mountain, but he's on Lookout Mountain. I digress. And because I can't forget to mention, especially to my mountain bikers, North Table Mountain and South Table Mountain are two of the coolest mountain biking trails you're going to find with access points. Are there cooler rides in Colorado? Certainly, but as far as just getting to a really cool place with great views, fast, you can't do much better than Tabletop. That's North Tabletop and South Tabletop. And if you're gonna check out Golden, there's a few places that have to be mentioned. One, the Buffalo Rose, which is just a great music venue. They've got a bar as well, good food, but check out the Buffalo Rose. You gotta check out the Old Capitol Grill. There's Cap Grill in Denver, but Old Capitol Grill, just for the history of it. And the last I would mention is the Golden Moon Speakeasy. I was talking about earlier about Miners Alley, which is just one block off of Washington Avenue. Check out the Golden Moon Speakeasy, just one block off of Washington Avenue. Very cool spot to check out and have a few cocktails. So once again, we talk about Golden, and yes, there are some affordability challenges when it comes to the town, but it continues to be and will be one of the most popular suburbs in all of Denver, and for many reasons. The location, the beauty, the amenities, the fact that it caters to a lot of different lifestyles, whether you want a little bit of nightlife, you want to get out and see outdoors, you want community festivals, a lot of different things going on for that. Can't get much better. It's great for individuals, it's great for couples, it's great for families, you name it, it's gonna fit your needs and wants. And if you want to discuss it further, that's a great opportunity for us to jump on a call, jump on a text, jump on an email, because I'm always the one answering those. This is Destination Denver, Colorado. I'm your host, Jim Everett. That was Living in Golden, Colorado. Why the West is so wonderful. Until I see you next time, peace.